Hey guys, KRX50 here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Deluxe Memorial Ride Watch set from Kamen Geo. This is a premium Bandai exclusive set featuring special versions of the main rider's transformation watches, including the never before released Tsukuyomi Ride Watch, that have more accurate sounds and voice lines put into them. This is part one of a two-part review. The first part will mostly focus on the functions related to the belts, and part two will focus entirely on the voice lines, because between the four watches there are a lot of voice lines. So, let's get started. So for this review, I'll be focusing on each watch one at a time, beginning with the Geo Ride Watch. Physically, this is identical to the original Deluxe Geo Ride Watch, as seen here. All the plastic and the stickers are the same, the only difference being the actual sounds. So of course we have the normal mode and then the kind of rider face mode. It has everything on it that's the same, including the barcode, or rather the QR code on the back. And this has three different modes. The first one is the normal mode, which has the same standard sounds as the original Geo Ride Watch. In the change mode, you press and hold the button on top. So the second one is voice mode. Starting off, you'll still get the watch activation sound, but for every press after that, you'll get one of the voice lines from Geo. However, like I said at the beginning, we'll be focusing on those in the next part, or rather in part two of the review. Then we have the third mode, which is what I'd like to call rider catchphrase mode, which is a mode to tie in with some of the armor ride watches. And then we'll go back to normal. Next, we'll test the first two modes of this watch with the GQ driver, starting with normal mode. There we have the Geo transformation, and as you can hear, they added in extra sounds at the beginning and end to better, or be more accurate to the sound effects on the show. Then we have the finish time for time break. And those sound effects are the same. So next, we'll switch it to voice mode and then test it out. And this time, we press the button on the watch. It'll say Henshin. Let's do that again. And we press and hold the button. Geo will say his personal catchphrase. Then for finish time, you'll hear Geo yell out a shout as he's doing his rider kick. After that, we move on to catchphrase mode, since one of the interesting quirks of Geo's character is that whenever he'd first equip the armor of a rider who has a catchphrase, he would say that catchphrase with his own little twist on it. And so that's in that mode. So I'll be going about those one by one. So first we have the one for build. And when you press the button, he'll say the catchphrase. Next we have Exade. Now one of the things is that whenever you take it off the Jiku driver, it actually resets back to the beginning, so you have to cycle through the phrases until you get to the one you want. So by default it's on build, but when you first press the button it'll go to exit and then continue from then on. Next is Forze. Next is Gaim. Then we have Ghost. Let's do that again. Sorry about that, my Ghost Ride Watch in recent times has become a little bit buggy. Oh, I actually made a mistake there. There we go. And then we have double. And there we go. Next, we have the Gates Ride Watch. So, like before, it's physically identical to the original Gates watch. On the front, back, and sides. As well as in face mode. So the differences, of course, are in the sounds. Now, in this case, this only has two modes, normal and voice mode. So for normal mode, it has the standard sounds. And then voice mode. So, moving on. Then we'll test the Gates watch with the Tsu-Ku driver, again starting in normal mode. And once again we get the added sound effects. Then the finish time for time burst. And again without interrupting. Then we'll switch over to voice mode. Now Gates doesn't exactly have a catchphrase, so they decided to instead use the voice that he uses, or rather the line he uses, when he first transforms in order to fight Geo. Then finish time. Next up, we have the WAS Mirrored Watch. Once again, this is identical to the original. The front, back, and sides, even the printing of the stickers, are the same, so the only difference comes in the sounds. First up, we have the normal mode, with the same standard sounds. The second mode is Black WAS mode, aka the original WAS. Then we have White WAS mode, aka the WAS from an alternate future. And fourth, we have Rejoice mode, where it'll play all of the different Rejoice phrases, or rather all of the speeches that WAS gave throughout the series. Then we can bring in the Beyond driver to test out the first three modes with it. So first, of course, is normal mode. Now, unfortunately, one disadvantage of this compared to the original Mirrored Watch is something of an oversight, in that after the transformation is done, the light from the watch just kind of fades away, and so we're left with just the kind of imprint image on the inside. So then we have Beyond the Time for Time Explosion. So next we'll do Black WAS mode. Then the phrase. Which is his self-introduction as WAS. Or Kamen Rider WAS, rather. Then White WAS mode. And we have his introduction as Kamen Rider WAS. Though for this mode, the battle cry is the same too. And last but not least, we have the Tsukuyomi Ride Watch, which, as I said before, is exclusive to this set, since Tsukuyomi became a rider very late into the series. so they didn't have time to release a watch for her during the main series run. This has the standard ride watch design. This is a white on white watch, although you can see that the front bezel is a pure white, whereas the back is kind of a lavender tinged white. So we got the Kamen symbol, and then 2068, as she also comes from that year, just like with Gates and Waz. Then we turn it to see the face. She also has Rider written in katakana. So we have the standard sounds for normal mode. Of her rider introduction, and then the Time Machine summoning sound. And we also have voice mode. And then we can use this watch with the Tsu-Ku driver, starting of course with normal mode. And there we have the transformation for Kamen Tsukuyomi, which as you could hear uses the standby music for GO2 as a way of making it stand out from the other main riders. And in my opinion, the transformation tune itself is somewhat reminiscent of the Japanese theme to Sailor Moon, which would be a pretty fitting homage considering that Tsukuyomi has a crescent moon themed mask and her name has the kanji for moon in it. So then we have the finish time. Which activates her special attack, Time Jack. Then we'll use voice mode. And again, like with Gates, she doesn't have a catchphrase per se, so they picked a line from when she first transforms. And before I end things off, I'm just going to tack on this end part, because I technically didn't do the voice transformations for the two voiced Waz modes correctly, so I'm just going to do those over again and do them properly. And that's it for part 1, but as one more thing before I go, I just want to open up the box so I can show you guys what Kamen Tsukuyomi properly looks like. We have her here, with her one gold look, or one gold suit, crescent moon mask, with rider in Kakana. And then this kind of suit that resembles priestess robes of some type. So, stay tuned for part 2, where I'll just be going over all of the voice lines for different watches, and be giving my final thoughts. So, for now, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.